Well, not really sure what I'm going to do today. I have a couple of ideas. As far as the project truck goes, I do think I'm going to be putting a torque converter in that. I could keep throwing money at it, replacing little parts here and there. But in the back of my mind, I think I know it's the torque converter. When you're driving down the road and it starts to vibrate a little bit, if you just barely touch the brakes, torque converter unlocks, vibration goes away. Not throwing any codes, it's got to be the torque converter. What do you think? Keeping it warm in the shop right now. We are at, well, we're at 69 degrees.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Yep.
It's only in the 20s out here right now. Pretty cool morning. Supposed to have a little warm up for the weekend, I think 63 or so on Sunday, and then supposed to cool off again. Winter is coming on kind of quick this year. I just backed the green truck out of here. Need to do a little cleaning in here. Get all this cleaned up. I'm also thinking of taking out part of this workbench back here. It really doesn't get used for anything but just piling crap on. I never use any of this back in here. I use this thing more than anything. So what I'm thinking of doing is either removing the whole thing or maybe just keeping one little spot of it. I use this down here every once in a while. Really the only thing I've ever used in here for is when I was mixing paint. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to be able to get both trucks in here. Been looking at some of those old car dolly things with caster wheels. You put them under each tire and then you can slide your vehicle sideways or spin it around, whatever you want to do. Thinking that if I got some of those, boy, when I changed the transmission fluid on that truck, it made a mess. Don't lick that. So I need to get all this cleaned up, and was thinking maybe I can get both my trucks in here. There is room. Problem is this door just isn't very wide. And I put this door in here like this because on the other side of that wall right there, there's a big pole. Maybe I should have put two doors in. I have had my truck and the wife's Tahoe both in here before when I think I was doing a water pump or something on her Tahoe. But I have never attempted to get two trucks in here. And I think the problem with pulling two trucks in here is you can pull it in this way, but getting it in far enough to be able to maneuver it around and back and forth to get it over there might prove to be rather difficult. Probably could be done, but I was thinking these little car dolly things might be the trick. I'd also like to build some more shelves in here, just something like these. I have this one so loaded down with all kinds of stuff, paint to brake fluid, penetrating fluid, you name it, I've got it up there, and it's all just kind of jumbled together. And I would like to get some additional shelves, either put some over here, or I was thinking maybe taking out some of this pegboard and putting some shelves over here. Would like to get a little bit more organized, have things look a little better, and if I could get both trucks in here, that would be awesome. But as far as the project truck, like I said, I think I'm done trying to throw parts at it. I replaced the sensors that I thought might be causing an issue, wasn't throwing any codes on them. One other thing, I read in the comments here and also on OBS Revolution about that speed sensor. I put it in the rear differential. Where is that thing? Here is part of the new one. And more parts, more parts. There's the top part. That thing was basically a cheap piece of crap. Speedometer was jumping around so much with that new one, I decided to put the old one back in. I cleaned it all off, Went to take out the new one and the darn thing broke off about flush with the differential housing. Took a little screwdriver, some needle nose pliers. I managed to pull it out of there. I thought I was gonna have to take the cover back off, drain all the fluid out, fish it out of there and redo it all. But I got it out, put the old one back in, and it's working pretty darn good. Get up around 60, 65 miles an hour and it'll bobble just a little bit, but I don't think it's causing any problems and I have bigger things to worry about right now. But right now, I need to run into town and get something, and then I'm gonna get back here. I need to sweep the floor up, just pick things up, maybe burn some garbage, and then need to give a good close look and consideration of tearing out part of this workbench. It's just taking up a lot of space right back in here that I could be using for something else. Get that workbench, this one, out of here, then I could take this one, maybe slide it back in there, or put a truck over here and just keep this one out here. It would actually be nice to have something to put this toolbox on besides my workbench. I use this thing all the time. Really like it. I made this to put the truck bed of my green truck on when I was redoing it, and now it primarily gets used as a workbench. So maybe I can relocate this to somewhere else or just build a new one of these. I don't know, some things to consider. I also thought I would mention right now that next week I may have several videos coming out. Could be something kind of big, interesting, a little bit different than what you're used to, but I think you'll enjoy it. And away we go. I think I need to wash the windshield. I need to wash the whole truck. That's what I need to do. A little cold out for that right now though. So I went into town yesterday, got back, didn't do any more recording after that. Did get that for her. But I have been cleaning off this workbench. Still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to leave this little section down here, maybe cut it off right here so I can slide this in this area, and then maybe just get rid of this and put some shelves in over here. I had more truck parts laying back there than I thought I did. Pretty much all that workbench has been used for is just a place to pile stuff that I don't know what else to do with. So I think I'd like to make a shelf or something to put all this stuff on, and then make another shelf or two to put all this on. You can't eat the batteries. No. And yes, we got a new puppy. Her name is Jessie. Say hi, Jess. For you new subscribers, my dog Moxie, she died, it's been a couple of weeks ago I believe, and some friends at my wife's work bought us this dog. Her mom was a Mastiff, her dad was a Mastiff mixed with something. She's gonna look a lot like Moxie, just different color. She's got that brindle color. But I believe as far as body type and in the face, she already gives me the same looks that Moxie did. I think she's gonna turn out to be a good dog. She's been hanging out with me down here in the shop the last couple days. But she's been busy exploring, checking things out, and I think she's gonna work out pretty darn good. Now, where was I? Yes, I would like to get this perhaps onto its own table or bench or something. May end up having to make something new for it, but I would like to have this so I can roll it around and work on it or whatever. I really like this thing. I built this bench and I'm 6'2", and I made it a little bit taller than this, just so I didn't have to bend over or anything when I was working on things. I made it too tall, and to reach the back side is a little bit of a stretch, and I just never used the thing. So I think I may take it apart, use some of the wood to maybe make a new shelf or two, make it so I can slide this one right over in here, and then that's gonna free up about 4 feet of space out in here. Making progress, making progress. I'm lowering this side down 8 inches, which then that will match the height of this. I'm gonna take the toolbox and put it over in this area. It's not gonna go quite all the way to the wall, I don't think. I'll see how it is when I get it in there. Might end up moving this cabinet out of the way and putting it clear up against the wall, but I think it's gonna sit out about right in here, come over this way, and then I'm gonna remove this part, all this out here, and I will be able to roll this right in there and it'll be the same height as that, and then I can pull this out, remove it if I want to, and toolbox will be stationary over here. If that makes sense. I don't know who the guy is that built this workbench, but he used way too many frickin' screws. This thing has got screws in it everywhere. There's 2 boards that run right up in here. Each end of them has 3 screws. A lot of fun getting under there, getting all these screws taken out just to put it back together again. But I believe that will work out pretty decent when I get it all done. It's gonna free up all this area out in here, out here. Basically, this whole area out in front here really wasn't usable when I had this sitting in there. So it's gonna make it feel bigger in here. Good morning. Yes, it's the next morning. Got this all moved around. Got this so I can roll it out, whatever I want to do with it. And it worked out. It's at the same height as this. Actually, this is gonna work out pretty slick. Got about 6 or 8 more inches out in front of this box than I ever had over on this table. So yeah, this is gonna work out pretty good. Not sure if I want to put this box back over there. Darn thing's kind of ugly and doesn't do a whole lot, but yet it is a good place to put just miscellaneous things. Wanting to get the office back in order, or in order, never really has been in order. Haven't done much of anything in here actually, but would like to get it set up and start using it. Need to get my antenna hooked back up on the other side of the wall. Would really like to get another laptop or a desktop, something that I could leave down here. So still have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna make a shelf or 2 or 3, put all this stuff somewhere. I still have storage for stuff under here, but I think I'm gonna maybe extend this shelf along here and that one along there. May take this section of pegboard down and do something over here. So I'm gonna continue working on that. I don't really know how long this video is or if it's even worth uploading, but this is what I've been doing. This is very time consuming. So we will be getting back to truck stuff. Project truck, I think it needs a new torque converter. Have kind of a big deal happening next week, so but give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.